And I think we've all been a part of some lawsuit in some fashion or form of the world. Most of them, I think we've been drawn into.
Right.
Somebody sued us or whatever. I mean, I had a guy threaten to sue me because he said I looked like him. So, I mean, I got the email. I read it, But, I mean, it was like, so when I got on TV, he said I stole his image and was portrayed. I got my idea for who I am from him. That was it never got to court, but I did have to look at it because some of my people said, "Hey, this guy may sue you."
That's pretty crazy. Dad got sued by a guy. It was, I think, in New York or New Jersey, because when they attempted to cancel him, from the show and all that stuff, when the controversy happened, which was in this text, ironically, a little bit later, some person who had bought a bunch of toys or started a toy company of action figures of Dad and y'all, I guess, said he lost all his money because you said your beliefs.
Quoted the Bible verse.
So he sued you for I want to say it was $8 million, but it never. I mean, it got nixed. Yeah. So Jace, you've been doing some crack research. So tell us what you discovered.
I'm gonna go through a few of these. This Google search button. No, let's just go ahead and make this clarification. This is not the Bible. This is the Internet of Things where human beings have put these in here.
So you never know.
I come up with a collection. We like doing top 10 things, but these are a few of the most frivolous lawsuits to date that have recently come out. And so I'll get your thoughts.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Man wants to legally change his age. Plaintiff lost. He was basically trying to get around certain tax obligations, and so he just was trying to.
Which I guess, if you think about it, in the current world, if you just say, you know what, Dad, you just declare I'm going to be 35 again, and then tried to make that legal. But you said he lost, right?
He lost.
He lost.
Woman sued Jelly Bean Company because the jelly beans contained sugar. Case dismissed. You don't have to comment on these, but they get better as we go along. 2017, a man sues his date for being on her phone. Lawsuit dropped. I like this one. Man sues sandwich company because the foot-long sandwich was not a foot long. Case was actually settled.
Really?
They made a little adjustment.
So the foot long was not foot long. He sold it and then got some money out of the deal. I wonder what he settled for.
Lawsuit over Junior Mint boxes having a space in them, which did not contain more Junior Mints. Case dismissed. Another customer sued Red Bull because the Red Bulls did not energize them. Case settled. When you say settled, somebody paid some money.
Somebody got some money for that one.
Okay. 2012, a kidnapper actually sued the hostages for escaping. These are real cases, Phil. I'm not making these up. That one was dismissed, though.
He kidnapped people, they escaped, and he sued them for escaping because he didn't get his money.
Guy sued a hamburger joint because I thought this made me mad. Because it was dismissed, and it shouldn't have been. Guy sued the hamburger joint. I'm not for suing the hamburger joint for this reason, but because the burger was the same price with or without cheese. And it was not a random burger joint. I'm only not. It was a big burger joint. I'm only
wait a minute.
saying the
say
name.
that again. So he sued
What
him.
we have is the pursuit of a buck, trying to make a buck, I just will give you one short little text.
Here's the biblical answer to your list.
Since they, and you just heard who they are, since they do not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of God, he gave them over to a depraved mind to do what ought not to be done. So one of the things that comes out, they become filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, and greed and depravity. Mm-hmm. Greed. They sue, they sue, they sue, they sue, they cancel, they sue, they mark them. We have a ongoing lack of love in these United States of America. Lawsuits has replaced love for God and love for each other. The lawsuits are proof.
Perfect segue to the next one. A husband sues his wife over having an ugly, in quotation marks, baby.
Yep.
Now listen, before you dismiss this,
I bet it looked like him.
The husband won. Here's why. Now they go through how the story happened. Boy meets girl, everything's great. But when the baby was born, the husband assumed, because he had looked in the mirror, said, "This can't be my baby." So he accused her of having an affair.
Yeah.
Of which was not true. She had not had an affair. This is all proven out in the case.
Yeah.
What they found was she had withheld that on multiple occasions before they met, she had had one plastic surgery after another. And so since she did not divulge the information pre-marriage that she looked nothing like she used to, they actually found in favor of the husband, and she had to pay him $120,000.
Oh, my word. So that
happened.
She was really ugly, but she had surgically altered herself to be presentable, but her kid looked like she did before the surgery, and he gets $120,000.
He got $120,000.
Did it say they divorced? Cause sure.
Does it say? But I'm like, you know what?
How do you get past that one, right?
Yeah.
That just
it's
shows
your kid.
That just shows you before you get married, you need to just come on out with all that, because he thought the reason he did this because he thought she was cheating on him.
Right, I get you.
So that was with a passion. Well, then he found out he was wrong, and then through that they found the real reason, which that's terrible. I'm just reading what it says.
I have a Bible text.
And I like that it's point counterpoint in the Bible.
If any of you, that's all of you, has a dispute with another, dare he take it before the ungodly for judgment instead of before the saints. They'd have been better off if they had met with the brothers in Christ, if they were Christians, and saying,
let's get to the bottom of this.
Let's get to the bottom of this. Yeah. And no money is fixing to change hands here.
$120,000. How'd they settle on that? And then the other question is, how much did the attorneys get off of the husband and wife suing each other?
I'm betting a lot.
I'm betting a lot too. Did you have any more, Doug?
I have two more. A man sued.
This goes under the heading of lawsuits, not among brothers, believers. This is lawsuits among people who are not believers.
That's right. That's exactly right. Exactly.
Man sued a major beer company. The case was...
Too many to make you drunk?
Nope. That drinking these beers or beer did not make his fantasies come true.
Yeah. He didn't drink enough.
Which is what they said. And the plaintiff lost.
He'd have kept pouring it in. Oh, his fantasies, what'd you say?
His fantasies didn't come true.
Oh, his fantasies would come true. I thought I could walk through that door without opening it. What's that hole in the wall? That's where my head went through it. Oh, okay.
Should have drank more beer. That was funny.
And the last one was a man sued himself for $5 million. He was serving time for breaking and entering.
Yeah.
And he was at this correctional center, and he sued himself for $5 million, claiming that he had violated his religious beliefs by getting himself arrested. Oh, we've actually got laughter from behind the
Yeah,
wall.
I mean, yeah, this the crew is loving this. That is, he sued himself for violating his own religious beliefs. That's
Here's
pretty,
the caveat. And
what happened in the case? Yeah, we got to know.
Since he has no income because he is currently in jail, he asked the state to pay as he was a ward of the state.
Ah,
The judge dismissed the case. That was in 1995, so I went back.
that was a creative way to try to get money out of the state. That was pretty. Some old boy there, he had a lot of time on his hands.
But
Well,
I like
it does,
that he did confess his sin
He did.
in the lawsuit.
That's
It
exactly.
does have some credence when you've come to a text about lawsuits among believers, and interestingly, that series of texts says the brothers, the church. Do you not know that the saints will judge the world?